that didn't know, me and Christine went to high school together, and around that time, Jason Ross came out with I Won't Give Up, and I think every high school girl at that point is longing for that one person, right? And so Christine and Mackenzie we found this song together, and they would make me sing it about every time we hung out. And today, Christine, I get to sing it on your wedding, which is very special. Here we go.
Just like the old song, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love, still open up. When you're leaving your space, till you do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting, see what you find. Even the stars, they burn, some even fall to the earth, and we got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. I don't wanna be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make. Our difference is they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got here. We got a lot at stake. And in the end, you're still my friend. At least we didn't test for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn how to bend without the world caving in. I had to learn what I got and what I'm not, and who I am. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. I'm still looking up. I won't give up on us. God knows I'm tough enough, and we got a lot to learn. God knows worth it. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up.
Hello. My name is Dick Allen. I'm Christine's grandfather. And I just wrote up. Oh, I know something about a Matthew 19, 4 and 5. Hello. I wrote up a little deal out of the Bible. It's Matthew 19:4-5. And it says, He who made them in the beginning made them both male and female, and said, for this reason, a man shall leave his mother and his father and be joined to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. So they're no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let not man separate. Marriage doesn't take two people, it takes three. And I think you all know that if you're going to have a good marriage, you have to have God in the middle of it. He's the way, the truth, and the life, the beginning to the end. The same today, tomorrow, and yesterday. And so your love shall also be for one another, always and forever, with all your heart and soul. God bless you both. I love you.
Jacob and Christine come down to see us in Florida sometimes, and I know when Jacob graduated from high school, he came, and she didn't come that time. And I told him, I said, you know, you're going to college now. There's going to be lots of pretty girls out there. And he looked at me and he said, I'm not worried about it. And I thought, okay, I bet she's not either. And I thought, gosh, these kids might just make it. And today they did. And I love you both so much.
Thank you. Well, Christine and Jacob, I was sitting there wondering what is going through your mind right now. So I had to think back 45 years ago what was going through my mind when I married my wonderful and beautiful bride. I knew we would have beautiful children and grandchildren, and God proved me right. I always like to say that it's been a pleasure coming to this event, and I was thinking about what I wanted to say. And I heard a song a couple weeks ago called I Have It All. And so I wrote down some of the lyrics, and I changed a few of the words, and I changed the title to I Want You to Have It All. And it goes something like this. May you have the auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always be the best. May you take no effort in you being in love, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. I want you to have it all. May you always lead from the beating of your chest. May you have unquestionable health and less stress. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows, and may the road less paved be the road that you follow. I want you to have it all. Here's to the lives you're going to change. Here's to the infinite ways you're going to take that joyride called life. Here's to the many blessings God will bestow you. Here's to the children we're all going to love. You see, I want you to have it all. Here's to the good time. Here's the good times you're going to have. And here's to you graduating. Your parents will be so glad. Having no possessions, though immeasurable wealth called love. You don't need money. You have a free pass. It's called love. And don't I mention, we all want you to have it all. All that you can imagine, all that you can dream, all that no matter what your path is, as long as you have one another, you will have it all. So, Christine, Jacob, we toast you tonight. We wish you the best of having it all.
Hi. I didn't pre-write a speech, so if I start rambling, just bear with me. It's really crazy. It's a crazy experience growing up, especially with a little sister, because they're just your person, you know. you would do anything to protect them, do anything to make them happy. And I knew we were just so different, and you know, Chrissy doesn't put up with anybody's crap ever. I put up with way too much crap. Jacob probably does too. So whenever she came home from her Spanish class and she was crying in her room telling me that this boy was her best friend and that he would never love her, that he would never think of her that way, and I was shocked. First of all, I was like, how could anyone not love her, not, you know, be in love with her? And then secondly, I was shocked because she's not the type of person to be vulnerable or to give herself out like that. So when she does, it's a really big deal, you know? So just seeing them grow in their faith and grow in their friendship and grow in their relationship has been the most beautiful and the most humbling thing that I could have ever experienced firsthand. And I wish you guys all the best, and I love you more than anything, both of you.
I'll hold back as best I can, so. But I'll get it over with. So this girl, I remember him telling me about Jacob. Jacob had kind of, somewhat of a girlfriend, and was at 9th, 10th grade. But he talked about this girl that was in one of his classes. Talked about her dad, Elvin. You know, what he started fishing. He was a guide. He was sounds like a pretty cool guy. But I'm not sure why this one necessarily struck him, because he had we won't say love interest, but the girl that had his heart at the time, which is at 15, doesn't take much. But he just said something about this girl. Hey, Dad, there's this girl. She's I don't even know if he made a comment about it. I'm pretty sure she was. But he said he was just talking about this girl and her dad goes striper fishing. That was cool. Which that's a pretty cool thing, for him to acknowledge and I guess recognize fishing, which comes from this one over here somewhere. Dad, which comes from Grandpa, which comes from Papa Jack. So he's a multi-generational fisherman, but that's what drew him to her first. Yeah. I'm assuming she was good on the eyes. I trust his judgment. I'm a pretty good judge on looks. So, but anyway, so I don't know, was it a year, 6 year and a half or whatever goes by. He starts hanging out with this girl, but then so of course I recognized that he was sweet on her from back then, and so I was really concerned because it was way too soon. And if you're digging this chick because she likes her dad is into striper fishing, way too soon. So, but not too long after that, they started hanging out a little bit. And we finally met her. She was
But no child, we'll call it the adversary. No adversary, no mate is ever good enough for your child, ever. And so we track on for a year, 2 or 3, and you know, this one seemed to really I don't want to say bond well, but just really just good chemistry, just naturally. And I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I mean, you don't let your son or your child go to just anybody. And so he broke up with her, and we went through 3 or 4 more girls. Not really. No, there was never. Once it reached a certain point, I mean, which you as a parent, you want to pace things. You know, you don't want to get too. You want to drink the Kool-Aid just yet, like your child does, because they don't know what the Kool-Aid is yet. You know, for some reason, somehow Jacob knew the Kool-Aid. He sipped on it. He sipped on it.
I'll get the mic.
He sipped on it a little bit. Yeah, well, they got it. But you know, there was never a doubt. And so it went on for what, 2, 3, 4? So what's it been? 5 years. So last fall, it would have been what, 4 and a half years, about October. And we had a little visit. And I said, son, well, so what about her? I said, what are you going to do? I said, you guys have been together for a spell. I said, you know, the marriage thing, you know, I kind of him-hawed around a little bit. He was like, yeah, we talked about it a little bit. And we got on and got off of it. And then that was October-ish. Yeah. So then, you know, life comes at us for the next 30, 60, 90 days. And then Jacob turned 21. And then we got to hang out at the Catfish Hole, which is arguably Christine's favorite place, maybe, because she loves fish. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he picked that for the father-in-law. I think he picked that for Melvin. But Christine randomly stood up, showed off that rock, and you know, we were all pretty disappointed. Well, I mean, I got mad. I'm not a big crier, so I mean, I just got mad. So anyway, I've been accused of being chatty a whole lot, but who they are, you know, Melvin and Rebecca are wonderful, awesome people. You know, and we didn't know them in the beginning, and you're always apprehensive. Who are the parents? You know, who are the parents? And which, by the way, wherever the other one is, Avery. Yeah, Avery. Whoever you try to date or whatever, you know, you're gonna get the same thing. But then these people are just very normal and common, and it just felt right. And they've got this child, and then, you know, hanging out with my child, who is an incredible product of this one over here and that one over there, but more importantly, their fathers. You know, Papa Jack was a pretty incredible guy, and Grandpa Jack was an incredible guy. But I've seen both those guys come through you, and you know, all of it put together. I mean, it's legit. I don't know what else to say. But otherwise, you know, thank you guys for coming. But it's just not these two. It's multi-level. It comes from each generation. So Christine just didn't like happen upon the scene. It's like, oh, she's pretty. No, I mean, it was meant to be. So, I'm really excited about having my second daughter. Yeah. So, we'll wrap it up with that.